There's a couple things I want to say about the season. For us to win a third championship is not even worth talking about at this time, because it's a journey that begins with a single step, this 1,000-mile journey. You've got to remember that each game is that step that you take along the way. And for us to do this again, we're going to have to take each one of these steps and match them and meet the challenge that each one brings.
The Bulls would begin the season with Coach Phil Jackson's advice firmly in mind, but they would find it far more difficult to follow than they imagined.
Jordan on the drive, and it's stripped away.
It's tough. It's just tough to get ourselves the mental frame of starting fresh. We just went through this. We got to go through it again, and I think that hindered the way we started the season.
Scottie Pippen against Willis. Lost the handle on it. Kevin Willis picks it up. A disappointing opening night here in Chicago.
We started out with a lot of guys not healthy, and a lot of guys, speaking as myself and Michael, not really ready for the season to come so quick.
And welcome to another season of Atlanta Hawks basketball on TBS. Tonight we come to you from Chicago Stadium, where another World Championship banner will be hung tonight as the Atlanta Hawks taking and the Chicago Bulls. Well, here's what took place earlier under the spotlights here at Chicago Stadium, the ring ceremony. We told you only one team, of course, gets to experience this every year. Bill Cartwright, Michael Jordan.
We just want to thank you for coming out every night, supporting us. And one reason why we're standing down here again is because of all you fans coming out every night and supporting us. And with your support, we'll be right back here again next year.
I think Bill said everything that I would want to say, but once again, I want to say thanks. It's been 8 years going into my 9th year, and we got 2 championships, and hopefully we got a lot left. And as long as you guys continue to support us, our hard work is always going to be on the basketball court, and we're going to try to cherish everything that we have accomplished thus far, and hopefully we can bring more and more championships to Chicago.
Carolina, at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
There are the Jeep Eagle starters for the Chicago Bulls. Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright up front with Michael Jordan and B.J. Armstrong in the starting lineup for the first 2 games of the season instead of John Paxson. Paxson a little slow coming back from knee surgery. The Jeep Eagle starters for the Atlanta Hawks tonight: Dominique Wilkins, Kevin Willis, and Blair Rasmussen up front with Travis Mays and Marlon Wiley in the backcourt.
They perform, with the level of consistency that they do, based on the travel and all of the other constraints on their time and the physical toughness of what they do.
But as you see, Chicago, despite their tremendous success the last 3 or 4 years, have not done particularly well in the home openers. Just 2-2 in the last 4 years in their home openers. But something we should throw out here right away: the Atlanta Hawks in the last 3 years against Chicago have a record of 1 win and 14 losses. And the last time they beat Chicago here at Chicago Stadium was December 13th, 1988. George Bush had just been elected president.
I thought, if George Bush is watching this, Pete, now you reminded him that he's not president anymore. Probably is watching, doesn't have anything else to do.
The 244th consecutive sellout here at Chicago Stadium, and Scottie Pippen controls for the Bulls. A near steal by Travis Mays. B.J. Armstrong guarded by Wiley. And Chicago on the board is Scottie Pippen.
Well, you know,
his first shot, huh? Kevin Willis moving inside over Grant, wouldn't go for him. The rebound tipped by Jordan out to the top of the circle, picked up by B.J. Armstrong. Bulls running, Pippen back to Jordan. And B.J. Armstrong, 18-footer. Makes it 4-0 Chicago. Dominique will try to drop a bounce pass down to somebody, but nobody was down there.
Well, when you go up in the air, you want to go up in the air to shoot the ball, and he should have shot it. He had a good shot. Just tried to change his mind when he got challenged.
But they just turned the ball over here in the opening minutes of quarter number one. Now the Hawks do the same. B.J. Armstrong on the run. Michael Jordan hooks it back over to B.J. Baseline jumper for Armstrong. He has 4. The Bulls lead 6-zip.
Bobby's going to talk about it, is that they play great defense. They're going to get a steal here. When they get the steal, B.J. Armstrong's going to end up with the ball. He's going to take it down. Armstrong pushing the ball, looking around, finds Jordan. Jordan will penetrate, and unselfishly back to B.J. Armstrong, who buries the jumper.
Well, now we'll see if that 20-second timeout helped. The Hawks trailing by 6. Wiley looking inside. Now finds Travis Mays. His jumper from the top of the key, and the Hawks are on the board. And he stops and fires a little wide right. Dominique pulls away the rebound. Baseball pass down to Kevin Willis. And Willis going to have a goaltend call against Michael Jordan. Give Kevin 2.
Well, that's one of the things Dominique Wilkins can do very well. When he rebounds, he can take the ball out on the dribble and push it up the court. Willis was doing a little basket hanging there, but it ended up in an easy score. Goaltend. The big win in Cleveland last night came out with a little swagger in their veins tonight.
And Dominique Wilkins on the board, his first 2. The Hawks have scored. This is a 3-point effort by Travis Mays. Wouldn't go. Rebound off the floor, pulled away by Pippen. Pippen to Jordan. Michael had it tipped away. Scottie Pippen controls. Rasmussen blocked it. Loose ball picked away by Dominique Wilkins. Hawks on the run. Nice pass to Kevin Willis, but he didn't see it coming. Couldn't handle it.
That was a great pass. That's exactly what we were talking about before. When Neek gets the rebound, he can be a force, bringing the ball up the court, playing like a guard.
Field, we're still tied at 6. And again, Atlanta a chance for the lead. 3-pointer by Blair Rasmussen gives Atlanta a 3-point lead, 9-6. And trailing Atlanta now by 3. Michael Jordan yet to be heard from. Scottie Pippen will take it over Dominique, and Scottie Pippen has 4. He has 4. B.J. Armstrong has 4. That's all is Chicago scoring. He pulled down 15 rebounds against the Cavaliers last night. Michael, 3-point effort, rolls over the rim. Rasmussen pulls it away. And Marlon Wiley quickly down to Snoop Graham. Cross court to Dominique. Off the glass for 2. Dominique's 4th point.
I'd really like to see Marlon Wiley push the ball a little bit faster, push it up quicker.
And Michael Jordan still has not been heard from, but he will be. He will be.
I think he might be around at the end of the game. He usually is.
Midway through the first, Hawks up by 3.
Now here's an interesting matchup. Kevin Willis, good challenge.
And Michael Jordan always wanted to meet the challenge, has his first points, and we are tied at 11, the 3-pointer. A near steal by Jordan. That leaves Snoop Graham open for the jumper. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound. Kevin Willis trying to muscle it home, and there's the first whistle on Chicago.
You're running set plays. You still got to get ball movement. So on this particular trip, I thought they had pretty good ball movement.
He had a few trips to the free throw line in last night's opener. But only went 8 for 15 from the line. He's a better free throw shooter than that, and he hits those 2 to make it 13-11 Atlanta. B.J. Armstrong. Oh, beautiful pass to Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen has 6, and we are tied at 13. Stacey King called for his first.
Well, there's Kevin Willis down inside. He takes too much time, gets the ball knocked away. They lost the ball deep in the court. But look at the Chicago Bulls and Scottie Pippen with a terrific finish. A better job of making a quick move inside like that.
That's exactly what you were talking about, Dick, and there's 6 points for Kevin Willis. Marlon Wiley calls out the play.
On that last trip, Neek had the ball in the middle. Nobody was ahead.
Snoop Graham worked himself free, passing to Dominique Wilkins. The basket's good. He drew the foul. Well, here's quite a story. Dominique Wilkins. Everybody wondered last year after he ruptured that Achilles tendon.
And then he turns around and shows great courage in getting operated on 2 days after he ripped up that Achilles tendon.
There's the 4th Chicago turnover of this first quarter, and there's 2 more points for Dominique Wilkins. He has 9 first quarter points.
Are taking a page from the book of the Chicago Bulls with very tenacious defense. Good help down on the baseline. Loose ball picked up by Snoop Graham. Tries to center the ball, get it into the middle. He does it with a behind-the-back pass, and a beautiful finish by Dominique Wilkins. That's great basketball. I know, but did I mention that that last year, before he got hurt, Dominique Wilkins was averaging 40 a game against the Chicago Bulls.
Michael Jordan has 5 in this first quarter. Hawks leading at 20-15. 3:15 to go in the first. Wilkins, a little short with that one. Rebound comes out deep, though. And Jeff Sanders saves it. Back into Dominique. Double pump fake. Loose ball picked up by Kevin Willis and put home. And Kevin Willis has 8 points. Once again tonight, Wilkins and Willis dominating the scoring. Wilkins with 9, Willis with 8. Dishing off. Another Chicago miss. Dominique given all kinds of room to operate there. A real breakdown in the Chicago defense that time.
Well, that doesn't happen very often, Pete, where Chicago just completely disregards matching up.
2 minutes to play.
Long pass down to Moreland Wiley for 2 more Atlanta points. And the Atlanta Hawks are putting away the Bulls in this first quarter. It's 26-15 Atlanta. Michael Jordan with 5 points tonight. First trip to the free throw line for any Bull.
Try to regroup themselves, and they'll do it with defense. They'll try to maybe trigger some offense from their defense. Jordan started slow last night. You know, of course, in the city here, there's a lot of talk. He came to camp a week late. Pippen as well.
The feed to Willis, and he got fouled by Scott Williams. That's the first on Scott Williams.
It's going to take Bobby Weiss, more games to get this team in order than, of course, a team that's defending a championship. It makes the shot difficult and makes the little dump down pass difficult.
Mookie Blaylock now in there in the backcourt along with Snoop Graham. Michael Jordan invents another move and has a chance for a 3-point play. He now has 9 points. It's 27-19.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about this. When Michael starts to create, see the big seam, he gets in the seam, has so much hang time that he can get up there, have a cup of tea, a couple of lumps of sugar, create a move, and make the basket. Mookie's a lot easier to say than Ramil.
Willis operating along the baseline. And here's the new face on the Bulls this year, veteran Rodney McCray. And what a change it is for Rodney McCray to be playing for a team like Chicago. He hasn't been on a playoff team in the last 4 years. 7 seconds left in the quarter, but only 3 left in the shot clock. Atlanta's going to have to shoot quick here. Kevin Willis does. Comes up empty. Scottie Pippen with the ball. We'll see if he can beat the clock. He cannot. And a very good first quarter for the Atlanta Hawks, who were down 6-0. But got it back together after a 20-second timeout. And at the end of one, it's the Atlanta Hawks 28 and the Chicago Bulls 20.
They've been challenged, and they missed a lot of them, and that's very good preparation by the Atlanta Hawks.
And a little press put on by the Bulls to start the second quarter. Willis, Blaylock, Sanders, Graham, and Farrell out there for Atlanta. McCray, King, Pippen, Williams, and Paxson on the court now for Chicago. Ball rolling loose, rolls right into the hands of Dwayne Farrell, who puts it home.
Well, Dwayne Farrell and Snoop Graham, guys who got a lot of time last year, they didn't do it against the Knicks.
Hawks now up by 10. Another Chicago turnover, their 6th. Mookie Blaylock to Dwayne Farrell for 2 more. And Farrell has 4, and the Hawks lead it 32-20. Willis draws the double team. Good ball movement. Finds the open man, Dwayne Farrell, and he hits the open jumper. He had 6 quick points in the second quarter. Scottie Pippen working on Sanders. A steal by Mookie Blaylock. And Blaylock goes coast to coast for 2 more. First 2 of the night for Mookie, and the Hawks lead it by 16.
Well, welcome to Atlanta, Mookie Blaylock. This is the thing that you provided for the New Jersey Nets. You were the leader in steals. You will be for this team as well. Mookie Blaylock with a resounding dunk. Now watch Mookie Blaylock. Led the New Jersey Nets in steals last year. Don't turn your back on this young man. Is he a welcome addition in Atlanta? How about this finish? He's got the whole package.
Rodney McRae, they're going to give him that jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled away by Mookie Blaylock. Hawks already up by 16. Adam Keefe puts two home. And the rookie out of Stanford makes it 38-20 Atlanta. Keefe again going toward the hole. This one is blocked by Purdue, but Willis gets it back and puts it home.
Oh, that was a great effort by Kevin Willis. He was posted up on the other side of the lane, came across and got the offensive rebound.
Hawks now lead 40-20 and have outscored Chicago 12-0 in the second quarter. We're under 9 minutes remain. Scottie Pippen left uncovered, top of the circle, can't get that one to fall. And listen to this Chicago crowd, ecstatic at the ring ceremonies. Now they're getting boos down on the court if you're wearing a Bulls uniform. And 2 more points for Kevin Willis. He now has 14. Michael Jordan getting ready to check back in.
Oh, he traveled.
And got away with it. Scottie Pippen, the first 2 points of the quarter for Chicago. Pippen has 8. It's 42-22 Hawks.
Now they're going to pin down, bring Blaylock out and try to get the ball inside to Willis.
Willis hits another jump shot. Kevin Willis with 6 in the quarter, 16 on the night. Pippen finds Purdue underneath, and Purdue is going to make the basket. Adam Keefe's going to be called for his first foul.
If you're going to foul the guy inside, you don't let him get his arms up above his shoulders, because they're going to make those shots. A good NBA player is going to take the hit and get the ball down. Watch Keefe as he comes across. He's got to put a little more mustard on that foul. Not hurt anybody, but don't let him make that shot plus the free throw.
Will Purdue completes the three-point play. Sanders runs into a crowd of Chicagoans, and Michael Jordan pulls away the loose ball.
Well, that was a ridiculous play. Jumped up in the air, tried to throw a behind-the-back pass in traffic. Should be heading for the bench right now.
Jordan draws a triple team, finds B.J. Armstrong underneath to Horace Grant. Grant got hammered as he got sandwiched in between Kevin Willis and Jeff Sanders.
And right now, Jeff Sanders broke away twice from good shots, and then they got soft defensively at the other end. That's the best way I can think of to let the other team get back in the game.
And remember, the Hawks have extended this lead without Dominique Wilkins in there. He comes back in now, and Kevin Willis, who's had a great first half with 16 points, sits down. He is 0 for 3 from the field tonight. He had 15 points, 15 rebounds last night against Cleveland. And misses the second one. But the rebound pulled away by the Bulls. Michael isolated on Dominique. Got it to fall anyway. He has 12 in this first half. 44-28. Hawks by 16. McRae to Michael. Michael into the paint. That one didn't fall for him. Adam Keefe pulls away the rebound. Off to Mookie Blaylock. Blaylock pushes it down to Dominique. He'll fire over Armstrong and nail it. He's got 13.
You know, it's a delight playing with a point guard.
And again, Mookie Blaylock trying to find the open man, Dominique Wilkins. Good defense there. Good anticipation by Horace Grant as the Hawks turn it over. And 2 points for Will Purdue. He has 5 in the quarter. Hawks lead it by 16.
Well, Atlanta, you know, has got to get back and get matched up. If they make Chicago play 5-on-5, fill the lane defensively, stay aggressive, they got a chance to come out of here with a W.
Dominique over McRae. 2 more. He has 15. And Atlanta's lead back up to 18 on TBS. Michael Jordan hits the open jumper. He has 14. But it's still a 16-point Atlanta lead. Down low to Willis. He draws a crowd, puts it up over Purdue. Wouldn't go. Rebound pulled away by Jordan. And the Bulls on the run. Jordan stops and fires and hits it. He's got 16.
Now they'll extend their defense.
Hawks lead it now by 14, 48-34.
Atlanta's got to get back and match up. They're not matched up yet. Ricky Blaylock looks a little tired. He was very slow in getting back in transition.
One of the few times you'll see Michael go up, and he had no place to go with it. Turns the ball over to Atlanta. Dominique Wilkins puts it home. And the Hawks taking advantage of a Bulls turnover. That's 17 now for Dominique. Michael's got that tongue wagging, though. That's never a good sign, but he couldn't get that one to go.
Well, Pete, when he gets cooking like that, he's going to have to start switching because he's just wanting to take over right now.
Wayne Farrell draws a crowd and a foul.
Chemistry cooking there.
Michael Jordan called for his first foul, sending Dwayne Farrell to the line. Farrell, a 76% free throw shooter last year. He had 7 points. He's done a nice job in this quarter off the bench.
Well, you know, he did not score very well in last night's game, and I'm sure he was concerned about it. He played.
Almost threw that one away. Down to 6 seconds on the shot clock as Michael eyes Farrell, takes the jumper over him and hits it. He has 8 in the quarter, 18 in the game. 52-36, Atlanta by 16. Wiley back in there at the point for Atlanta. Over to Dominique. Dominique trying to get past Rodney McRae. And McRae in NBA history to score over 20,000 career points.
That's not easy to do.
Wow.
But do you know that Michael Jordan is only about 900 points away from 20,000 points?
Michael has it. Travis Mays now joined by Marlon Wiley. Scottie Pippen gets it. Gives it right back to Michael. 10 left on the shot clock. He is cooking in this quarter.
Well, that was a great example of anytime a man is double teamed. Now, I was talking before about Michael Jordan. Once he's double teamed, see how he got rid of the ball. Scottie Pippen got it right back to him after the double teamer rotated out, and now you've got an isolation, and Jordan will easily take advantage of this thing. Nice little easy jumper for him.
Wilkins going to take it over Scottie Pippen. That one wouldn't go. Michael Jordan pulls away the rebound. 1:40 remaining in the half. Jordan had the ball stripped away by Travis Mays. And that's one of the things that Bob Weiss is looking for. Michael Jordan commits his second foul.
Did you say rumor?
I did.
Well, I tell you what, he played for my old friend Dick Motta in Sacramento. Dick liked him very much. He tried to use him at the point, but after a year of
nearly another Chicago turnover, they have turned the ball over 10 times in this first half. Scottie Pippen gets his 10th point. 54-40, Atlanta by 14.
Too difficult a shot. The possession was worth much more.
Willis backing in on Cartwright. Gets all the way into the baseline. Sends it out to Travis Mays. His shot over Jordan. He drills it. Mays now with 5.
There's a double team on Jordan. Leaves Armstrong wide open.
And he takes advantage of it, drilling the open jumper, giving him 6. 56-42 Atlanta. About a 5-second differential now in the shot clock and game clock. And Dominique Wilkins getting into the paint. And drew the foul. Looked like Grant got him. In this first half,
he took Travis Mays out. Put in Dwayne Farrell. He wanted to get a little more size on Michael Jordan, who's down deep. Expect the Bulls to throw deep to Jordan when there's a mismatch. And now there's a little bit better size on him.
16-point Atlanta lead. Dominique with 20 first half points. You see the time remaining, only fractions of a second difference in the shot clock and game clock. Nice catch there by Horace Grant. His first field goal of the night. He has 4. 58-44 Atlanta. With 5 seconds to go in the half. And the Bulls are going to get a chance for 2 more here.
See, it's the responsibility of the passer to complete the pass. He got very casual underneath there and wanted to start blaming someone else for not being open. There's lots of things that he could have done in that case.
Atlanta with a 14-point lead. Chicago trying to take a little momentum back into the locker room if they can score again here. Michael trying to beat the clock. He did it last night against Cleveland. He couldn't do it tonight. And a very impressive first half of basketball. 60 of the 75 shots taken by Atlanta last night. They've taken 20 of 38 tonight, so they're right at about 50%. That's a little bit better distribution.
Yeah, but what's interesting, though, Pete, is they're still producing a lot of points without taking quite so many shots. I think one guy took 46 last night. I'm sorry, they both took 46. One took 26 and one took 20. Chicago comes out right away and plays full court man-to-man defense.
Dominique will try to strike first here in the third quarter. Wouldn't go for him. Offensive board pulled away by Rasmussen. Gives it right back to Dominique, and he got fouled.
I talked before about Bobby Weiss abandoning the passing game and starting to run more set plays. He was very unhappy last night with the execution against New York, but tonight against Chicago, the execution of the set plays looks very, very good.
I've always thought in games like this, Stick, when you're on the road and you have a comfortable lead at halftime, it's very important to come out and reestablish yourself in the opening minutes of the third quarter. You see a lot of games turned around on the road in the third quarter in the opening minutes. 22 points now for Dominique Wilkins. Bill Cartwright.
You know, when I was looking at the halftime stats, the big discrepancy is in shooting percentage. Atlanta shooting 60%, while Chicago shooting 43%. The rebounding's kind of a push, 22-17, hounded on the boards last night by New York. Turnovers are fairly even, 10-7. But the big difference, again, is in the shooting percentage, and Chicago has to try to correct that by playing better defense.
Into the paint he goes. All kinds of red shirts around him. They caused him to lose the ball, but it still belongs to the Bulls with 14 seconds left on the shot clock.
Well, Michael's been talking about the fact that he is not going to be doing the highlight type of play as much as he did early in his career. He's going to be settling for jumpers more than he used to. But that time he penetrated pretty good.
And Grant's going to have a chance for a three-point play.
This team, he's got such good mental health. Look at him post up inside. He's 6'10", strong as he possibly can be, on those weights all the time, finished with somebody hanging on him.
Blair Rasmussen trying to hit that outside shot, wouldn't fall for him. B.J. Armstrong comes away with a rebound. Bulls can now get within 10. Marlon Wiley got a hand on that one, but Michael Jordan recovers underneath to Cartwright for two. He has 4, and Chicago has climbed to within 10 points of Atlanta's lead. Travis Mays trying to stick to Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen left uncovered. Not a good idea. He has 12. It's an 8-point lead. Timeout Atlanta with 9:45 to go in the third. Dominique Wilkins taking it into the hole, dishing it off underneath to Kevin Willis. And there's the first field goal for Atlanta in the third. Works on Rasmussen. Michael over Willis. He finds a way, doesn't he? 22 points for Jordan. Scottie Pippen pulls away the rebound. And Chicago putting their own little run together here. 14 points for Scottie Pippen, 62-56.
Dominique Wilkins is missing shots, staying at the other end, not coming back to match up with Scottie Pippen. No one's guarding Scottie Pippen.
And Pippen just got called for his second personal foul.
If Scottie Pippen runs out on him, someone has to pick up Scottie Pippen. But then Neek can't stay at the other end and watch the mismatch at the other end of the floor. Thought he had to protect the basket.
Michael is beginning to warm up. He has 24. Corner off to Michael. Blocked by Rasmussen.
Chicago gained possession.
Still Chicago's ball, 15 left on the shot clock. Boy, a mismatch there as Cartwright was on Mays. Out to Pippen. The shot wouldn't go for him. Rebound tipped by Wilkins. Right back out to Scottie Pippen. And Pippen runs into Rasmussen. And the offensive foul called against Scottie Pippen. He has 3 personals now.
Well, Blair Rasmussen made 2 great defensive plays. That was a good, courageous charge that he took.
7 minutes remaining, third quarter, 64-58 Atlanta. Mays over Jordan. He drills it. Travis Mays now has 7. His 9th rebound of the night. Wilkins drills the jumper. Dominique now with 26. And Atlanta's built that lead back up to 10.
Kevin Willis mad at himself. Should have put a little body on Horace Grant. Just tried to out-jump him.
Armstrong lost the ball on the way up. Kevin Willis comes away with it. Over to Travis Mays going up against Michael Jordan, and Travis Mays has 9 points. And that lead back up to 12.
Too many dribbles. This time it worked out because Travis Mays made a great scoop shot.
Down to Michael, draws the triple team. Couldn't make it drop for him. Rebound pulled away by Cartwright. Gets their first win after dropping one to Milwaukee last night. Milwaukee trying to win their second straight, going up against Boston. Golden State trying to win their second straight on the road after a big win over Utah last night. Now the rookie out of Oklahoma State, Corey Williams, is checked in for the first time tonight for Chicago. As Cartwright makes them both, he has 6 points all in this quarter. Dominique Wilkins from Kevin Willis. But there's Kevin Willis to put it back home.
You know, I'm a little surprised that Mookie Blaylock hasn't been in this game, but it looks like, oh, here he comes now.
Right now. They swing it around to Scottie Pippen in the corner. He hits the jumper. Pippen now has 16. It's 72-62, Atlanta by 10. As Michael gets his usual few minutes off toward the end of the quarter. And a personal foul called against Scottie Pippen. He is in a little trouble now. That's his 4th.
He's wound tighter than a drum. He's really got to settle down a little bit and let his shots come to him.
He is now 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Chicago really having to work for a shot in this third quarter as the third quarter, 73-62. Atlanta by 11.
It looks like Bobby White saw the same thing I did. He saw that Dominique was just trying too hard.
A turnover as Grant comes away with a steal, and Corey Williams.
Anytime you have that much extra put on you.
Willis draws the double team. Mookie Blaylock takes the shot over Williams and drills it. Mookie Blaylock has 4 in the game. Horace Grant. Down goes Rasmussen.
From their defense, or they're going to have to be patient offensively. There's not a lot of individual offensive prowess.
McRae swings it over to Armstrong. 8 seconds left to shoot it. Now it comes to Corey Williams.
You see the patience on the Chicago end. They come down, 6 or 7 passes.
Sanders over to Rasmussen. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Willis taking it along the baseline. Count the basket, and he drew the foul.
Kevin Willis has really improved, Pete, in that particular move. That's that Robert Parrish move where you fake the middle, spin towards the baseline. He's doing it on both sides of the court now, on the right block facing and on the left block facing.
And the Hawks now can play for a final shot, leading it by 9. They led by 14 at the half. Chicago had cut that lead down to 6. Rasmussen for 3. A huge basket for Blair Rasmussen with time running out in the third quarter. And the Atlanta Hawks have built that lead back up to 12 points. They led by 14 at the half. They've only lost 2 points of that lead with 1 quarter to go here in Chicago. More quarter now, leading at 80-68, a 12-point lead. It's Blaylock, Keefe, Graham, Willis, and Sanders on the court for Chicago. Pippen, McRae, or for Atlanta rather, Pippen, McRae, Paxson, Scott Williams, and Michael Jordan for Chicago. Fourth quarter underway, Atlanta leading it by 12. They've only beaten Chicago once in their last 15 meetings. Michael looking for a whistle.
You know, Michael made the statement in the papers the other day that one of the reasons he doesn't go to the basket as much is he's not getting the calls like he used to.
Almost stolen by Blaylock. Only 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and Jordan's shot wouldn't go. Rebound, knocked back outside to Paxson. Back to Michael again. He tries another one and makes this one. He has 26 points. Bob Weiss noticed that too. Dominique Wilkins about to check in. Scottie Pippen left uncovered. Every time you do that, Scottie Pippen has made the Hawks pay. That's 18 points for Pippen. Michael in the paint. He has 28 points. The Hawks lead has been cut to 6. Atlanta will call a timeout with 10:15 to go in the ballgame.
Offensive maneuver. He just played good basketball there.
Chicago has scored the first 6 points of this final quarter. Going along the baseline, Dominique Wilkins trying for the three-point play.
It's played great for the Chicago Bulls in the playoffs in the last 2 championships.
Graham trying to stick as tight as he can to Michael. Michael drew a crowd as Keefe and Dominique both came over.
Slide over and a slide down. I didn't see either by the Atlanta Hawks on that particular play.
Hawks get a break there as Michael only makes 1 of 2. He's an 83% free throw shooter.
Waited too long to reverse the ball.
Michael Jordan with a steal. Over to Rodney McCray, and now Chicago can cut Atlanta's lead to 4. Michael lost the ball, picked up in the paint, and we're going to have a jump ball. Sanders trying to operate along the baseline. Ball is loose. Still rolling loose. Michael comes away with it near midcourt. Hawks up by 6. But Chicago has it back after the 15th Atlanta turnover. Oh, stolen away. Getting a hand in there, Jeff Sanders. Mookie Blaylock comes up with it. Couple of crucial possessions by Chicago, and they came up empty both times. Snoop Graham off the glass for 2.
Bobby Weiss loves to post up Snoop Graham. When you get a player like John Paxson on him, he likes to take advantage of that. That was a big basket.
His first 2 points of the night, and Graham almost stole that one. An 8-point Atlanta lead. Scottie Pippen keeps finding a way to get wide open. He's got 20, all of it on field goals. John Paxson back to Michael, uncovered. It wouldn't go for him. Williams has the offensive board. Back to Michael again. And he's fouled by Snoop Graham. His third.
What has to happen in those situations where you really need a big basket, you're trying to run up the way. Oh, technical foul. Technical foul. Bad time to get it.
And Michael Jordan, he keeps getting wide open for jumpers.
See, Dominique is going and doubling, leaving him. And the rotation hasn't been there.
Now Rodney McCray going toward the hole. And another Atlanta foul.
See, it'd be interesting to know whether these traps by Dominique are by design, or is he going and trapping on his own? Kind of extemporaneously trapping.
Snoop Graham was called for his 4th personal. Rodney McCray makes the first of 2.
Well, to beat Chicago in this building, you have to believe that you can. And I talked about that earlier, and I see that sort of drifting away right now.
Scottie Pippen has it. Chicago down by just 3, stolen away by Atlanta. Snoop Graham over to Mookie Blaylock. He's going to bring it back outside. Bulls did a good job getting back on defense that time. Snoop Graham left uncovered. A 3-point basket for Snoop Graham.
Movement. That's the kind of thing that they can do almost every trip down the court.
And silencing the crowd a little bit with that one was Graham. But a nice pass from Jordan to Scott Williams gets him going again. His first 2, it's 86-82 Atlanta. Sanders. Down to 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Kevin Willis backing in against Williams off the little jump hook. Kevin Willis has his 24th point of the night. That was the 4th team foul, so next one.
That's good.
Chicago Bulls to the line. Ooh, almost stolen again by Snoop Graham.
Well, that's a couple of years ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, for a guy with a scorer's mentality like he is, or the brilliant scorer that he is, it affects the rest of his game. You know, Dominique Wilkins, we can't talk about him right now just coming off the injury and expect him to do all phases of the game. I think it's an intelligent thing to let him work himself back in the next 20 games. When he takes that athletic ability and applies it to defense, he's a terrific defender.
Boy, Chicago has really put a big team out on the court now with Williams, Grant, McCray, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan. 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Wants the isolation again.
A 3 if it goes, and it does for Dominique Wilkins. He has 31. That builds that lead back up to 7 points. A huge 3-point basket for the Hawks tonight. Wilkins draws the double. Wiley. The Over to Snoop Graham. Down low to Willis. The jump hook good by Kevin Willis. He has 26. Atlanta has built that lead back up to 9. There's the double on Jordan over to Pippen.
There's better rotation. Now come and help again.
Great move by Scottie Pippen. He muscled his way in to score his 22nd.
Too much quickness, too much wingspan.
Takes a baseline jumper, wouldn't go. Rebound, Scottie Pippen. Chicago on the run. A 3-on-2 break. Michael to try to finish it. Drew the foul. Basket wouldn't go, but he will get to the free throw line. And now Kevin Willis has picked up his 4th personal. And Michael Jordan goes to the line.
They were at the game, 3:55, up about 9 at that point. Side, maybe try to get on the free throw line, use basketball's hidden way to score, get on that free throw line.
Jordan makes them both.
Still like to see Blaylock in the game right now.
Jordan trying for the steal, does. Feeds it back to Scottie Pippen. Timeout Atlanta. Chicago is back within 3. About Moreland Wiley having a tough time with the defense of Michael Jordan.
Well, Pete, Moreland Wiley is a converted 2 guard. You can't put him in a situation where he's being guarded by the world's greatest defender on ring day in Chicago, because it's going to result in a turnover, which results in a nice, easy basket for Scottie Pippen.
With both B.J. Armstrong and John Paxson on the bench. On 3 as it goes. This time it didn't go, but there's Dominique Wilkins with a rebound and a putback. Dominique Wilkins now has 33, and the Hawks have built that lead back up to 5. 3:10 remaining. Michael spins around Mookie, spins around Wilkins, stolen by Snoop Graham. 3-on-2 Atlanta break. Dominique Wilkins back to Graham. And he drew the foul. And now you're starting to see the look in Atlanta's eyes that maybe they can hang on and win this one.
All right, ball goes inside. Jordan takes a tough spin move, gets up in the air, throws the ball back outside. Snoop Graham picks it off. And then it's all the way home. But watch the decision he makes down here. Comes over to Neek, back to Snoop. Snoop goes up, gets fouled. He's on the line.
Ronald Reagan was still president then. Snoop Graham at the line.
Well, that's 2 presidents you've mentioned.
Pippen again with that open jump shot.
Well, if you're going to double team with Dominique, you've got to rotate up.
Atlanta by 6. Dominique over McRae. McRae altered the shot. Ball belongs to Chicago.
For a young team, or a team that's trying to find itself in this league, or a team that's in that 38 to 44 win category, is how to finish games, how to really put the stiletto in. Decide they want to step up and play tremendous defense. It's very difficult to get anything offensively, so you've got to really work on your execution.
Williams now with 6 in the lead, back down to 4, closing in on the 2-minute mark. Backcourt pressure applied by the Bulls. And is Michael going to be called for the foul there? Yes, he is. That's the 4th foul on Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I think it was the right call, but it was really interesting to see whether that call was going to be made. Ronnie Nunn hesitated.
Boy, Hawks were fortunate there. That ball came out to Blaylock, but he missed the shot. Down it comes to Scott Williams, now Michael. Atlanta leading it by 4. Jordan into the paint, count the basket, and he drew the foul. Jet Sanders called for his 3rd.
Well, there's not a lot you can do about this. Pretty good help. Here comes the help. Look how he can just push up into the air, fade, gather himself, get on balance, and bury the jump shot, take the hit, and go to the line for a possible 3.
Hawks are going to use their 22nd timeout here. Both Bill Cartwright and Michael Jordan speaking on behalf of the Chicago Bulls players. And you just heard a little example of why. You can hardly hear yourself in here. Michael converts the 3-point play.
Now look for an early trap down here. They'll play man-to-man, and then sometimes they'll trap the first pass.
Mookie Blaylock, Michael Jordan being careful, but Mookie turns it over. And Chicago can take the lead here. They haven't led since the first quarter. Jordan. No. Williams. No. Williams. No. Pippen.
Measured it.
28 points for Scottie Pippen. Chicago has the lead back with 1:15 to go.
They're going to have to get the ball to Wilkins. He's the only one that can create a shot right now.
Five seconds left in the shot clock. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Snoop Graham. No, but he drew the foul.
See, you got to hit. He's got to get some help in getting open, or he's got to get open himself.
We're tied at 99. Snoop Graham trying to give Atlanta back the lead. And does. He hit them both. And of course, Michael.
Snoop Graham's trying to deny Michael the ball.
Into the paint. Ball stolen by Snoop Graham. Over to Mookie Blaylock. Blaylock gets it back to Graham.
They should use a timeout if they get themselves in trouble.
Dominique along the baseline.
With 14 on the clock.
10 on the clock now. Blaylock takes it into the paint, dishing off to Sanders. He lost the ball, picked up by Michael. And now Chicago can play for a final shot.
You know, in these situations, you want anyone else to shoot it, but it's hard to stop that from happening.
Dominique
Wilkins. Like a block. He called it block.
Jump ball. Dominique Wilkins blocked it. If they can control this tip, they win the game.
Well, what they're going to have to do in the jump ball situation is to make sure no one gets a clean catch. Even if you have to step in and bat the ball, once the ball is touched, the clock will start. There's 1 full second, so there's plenty of time if there's a clean catch to take a shot. That'll count. Jordan goes up in the air.
Dominique from behind.
Oh, Pete, that was a great play. And a gutsy call by the official, I might add.
Big efforts tonight from a lot of different Atlanta players. Dominique Wilkins with a key defensive play a moment ago. Snoop Graham has had a huge fourth quarter, some big steals. He has scored all 10 of his points in this fourth quarter. Kevin Willis, a solid night, 26 points. Double-figure rebounds again for Kevin. And now Atlanta's going to call a timeout.
On a jump ball situation, there's a couple of ways you can go. You can line up in a diamond where you're going to have a guy underneath on the dotted line, a guy at the top of the key, and a guy on each free throw line extended. And then you try to step to the right or step to the left to Scott Williams. But there's a gap with Grant and Armstrong. If he can put it in that gap, one of them's going to get a clean shot. He tried.
Controlled by Atlanta, and the Atlanta Hawks have defeated the Chicago Bulls for the first time since December 13th, 1988 in Chicago. Our final score, the Hawks 100, the Chicago Bulls 99. And as difficult as it is to bounce back after losing a game at home on the road in the first quarter and never relinquish the lead from a 6-4 point in the first quarter. Once they got the lead, they never relinquished it. But also gets credit for the big play of the night, a defensive play, Dick.